Dave Ramsey's ideas don't work nowadays, and a lot of people are going to jump on the bandwagon and say, well, he's a multi-millionaire, nearly a billionaire, so he must be correct. But I'm going to break down one of the main things that he talks about and why it doesn't work in the UK in 2026. And this is how to be able to buy a property. He says a 15-year mortgage, which already is very, very short. And he also says to not exceed 25% of household income. Mental when it comes to the cost of living crisis in the UK. So I thought I'd break down the numbers of that. The average person earns £37,000 in the UK at the moment in 2026. Take home pay, that is around £2,300 to £2,400 a month. Now, if you work out 25% of that, that is £600 a month to be able to spend towards your rent or your mortgage. Now, I'm going to ask you, on a 15-year mortgage with £600 a month, how much do you think you're going to be able to borrow? Because I believe it's between £60,000 and £80,000. And I'm going to ask again, do you think you're going to be able to buy a property for that? He says to put at least a 20% deposit down, which on them numbers would mean probably about £10,000 to £15,000. That is a £90,000 home spread over 15 years on a £600 repayment. It's just not possible. And I think them numbers need to be reworked. So what would I suggest? I would suggest making sure that you know how much you can borrow, making sure that your credit score is as good as possible. And if you're a young person, really look into having a 5% deposit. The difference between a 5 and 10% deposit when it comes to how much of a rate change and how much you're going to be paying each month is very minimal. And it means that you don't have to put down, in some cases, 10, 15, 20,000 pound more. I would rather have that in cash available as an emergency fund or invested than having it tied into an asset for an extra 5% equity. It just doesn't make sense for the rate change, which may be 0.1, 0.2%. So really look into it.